back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. And I just want to say a big warm welcome to my beautiful soul family. Thank you to my subscribers who keep coming back and supporting me. You guys are amazing. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your presence here and for supporting each other, especially in the comment section. You guys are always there to offer each other advice, and that's really the space I wanted to create. So thank you for helping me do that. I also want to thank those of you who have just stumbled across this space for the very first time. And if that is you and you're into tarot and into spirituality, I do pick a card readings on this channel. Please join us. Pull up a chair, grab yourself some tea and some snacks, and we'll have a little bit of a chit chat because we're all friends when we gather at my table. So today it's pouring rain. I'm sure you can hear it outside. It's thundering. It's kind of gloomy. It's kind of spooky, which leads me to my topic for today. Why did they ghost you? Why did they just disappear like a ghost out of your life? And do they have regrets about what they did to you? So we have 3 piles for you to choose from today. Pile number 1 here with the beaver spirit and the red flower. Pile 2 with the dragon spirit and the blue flower. And pile number 3 with the hyena spirit and the purple flower. So whichever spirit animals or flowers are calling your name or pulling at your heartstrings, there may be a message waiting for you here today. And you could be attracted to multiple piles. So feel free to watch all of them if you choose, or just one, whatever the case may be. My timestamps are listed below. And I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, we're asking, why did this person just disappear? Why did they ghost you? And do they have regrets? Pile 1. Hello everybody in pile number 1 who were attracted to the beaver spirit and to the red flower. This is your reading. Why did the person on your mind ghost you? Do they have regrets about what they did? How are they currently feeling about their actions? The beaver spirit. So you could be dealing with an earth sign potentially, or somebody who really needed to focus on work. That could have been one of the reasons why they ghosted you. Maybe you worked with this person or went to school with this person that you're asking about. It really shows a certain amount of determination either for you or this person. So this person again could be really focused on priorities right now. But let's get started. Why did this person ghost you? Why did they do what they did? And then we'll look at their current feelings about their actions. Do they have regrets? It's a gloomy, rainy day today. It's so humid here. We need the rain desperately, but it doesn't seem to be lightening up the mood. So I thought I would do a spookier type of reading. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Why did they ghost, Spirit? Why? It happened suddenly, potentially, for you with that Wheel of Fortune. 9 of Wands. And the 7 of Cups. Can we clarify the Wheel of Fortune? Actually, I'm going to pull one more. Spirit told me to pull one more. Why did they ghost? We have the 5 of Swords, and it's coming out sort of sideways today. Back of the deck is already the Justice card. So there is, I don't know if this person felt like they needed to do this. Let's clarify that Wheel of Fortune, please. Why did they ghost? Seven of Cups can mean options. So, woo, we have a bit of an explosion here. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, please. Why did they ghost? We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Lovers. We have the Knight of Wands, and we also have the 4 of Pentacles. We have Strength reversed and the King of Swords reversed. So I don't feel like they were acting with very much clarity or authority with what they did. Back of the deck is the Magician and the Chariot. So back of deck with the Magician, it's about their purposeful actions. It's not that they, you know, they're taking responsibility almost for this with the Magician. They purposefully did this. It seems very sudden, and I would be lying if I said there doesn't seem to be other people or options involved, because even this Ace of Imps, the Ace of Wands, talks about the things that we fantasize about, our dreams, our goals, and you know, it sort of is that spark that starts everything. And you can see this little imp is sort of trying to chase all of these leaves around, and it's being pulled down by reality, by their situation. I do feel like they may have had options, because we also have the Seven of Cups as well, which talks about lots of different things to choose from. And it comes up with the Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So there was a knowledge in their mind that they shouldn't do what they're doing, but they seem to sort of just follow this inspired thought very suddenly, because the Knight of Wands doesn't always think about the consequences of their actions. So I feel like they just acted very suddenly, and they made a decision, because the Lovers talks about attraction and choice and having to choose. Here with the Nine of Wands, lots of fire energy here. So you could definitely be a Leo. Maybe this person was a Leo or some sort of fire sign. We do have strength here as well. But the Nine of Wands talks about a frustration, talks about almost a poor me mentality. Like, I don't know if this person is just really good at flipping the dialogue in their own brain so they don't have to take on the responsibility. We're going to get into their current feelings about their actions in a minute. But there seems to be this sense of like, I don't want to take 100% responsibility for what I did, even though they are the ones who created. Again, the Magician talks about a purposeful action, taking control over your elements. And the Chariot even is about movement, change, making a decision and then charging towards it. So I feel like it was very sudden, and I feel like it happened very quickly. The Four of Pentacles shows that this person could have made a habit out of this type of action. When things start to get too heavy, when things start to get too intense in a relationship, they may be the type of person to just sort of pack up and leave, because they don't want to lose what little ground they feel that they have, even though truly they're creating their own misery in the future of this connection. But here, Five of Swords and the King of Swords reversed with the Strength reversed. It really showed that they handled this whole connection very poorly, and there could be a lot of knowledge about that after the fact, and we're going to get into that a little bit more in a second. But it seems like after the fact, after they created that abrupt ending, they just sort of convinced themselves that it was for the best. But they're not seeing things clearly. They convinced themselves it was for the best because it's like, if we're all going to walk away losers, I want to be at least the best loser of the bunch. It's like, if we are all going to be in pain, then I'm going to protect myself the most. It talks about obstacles and conflict, and really a situation where there's no winner. With the King of Swords reversed, this is somebody who's a little bit, I don't want to say corrupt, I don't want to use a word like corrupt, but they could be a little bit manipulative in the past. And again, this could be a pattern that they have shown, and it's a weakness within themselves. That's the one thing Spirit really wants to make sure that you understand, that this is a weakness within them, and it is a reflection of them and where they're coming from in their history, not a reflection of you or your worth at all in general. So let's get a little bit more information about how they're currently feeling. Do they have any regrets about this choice that they made, this decision? Again, could be a choice between two partners. Remember that I'm dealing with collective energy. So if it doesn't resonate with you, you can try a different pile. But they seem to have lots of options, and they went towards those options. And I'm honestly getting the feeling like they may have had multiple options, not just one specific option, but like multiple options. There's also this feeling coming through from Spirit saying that there's somebody watching, or multiple people watching, that are sort of waiting for this closure to be able to move forward, because they're really stuck in a pattern because of this person's actions. And Spirit really wants us to understand that this person may never come forward and bring you that closure. They may never come forward and say, you know, I'm sorry, because they don't have the same amount of objective thought that you would potentially. So we really have to let go of this idea of having someone else give us permission to move on. We have the Three of Cups coming out. Do they regret their actions towards you? Three of Cups is celebration. Could be entertaining lots of friends. We have the Page of Swords reversed. We have the Justice card. Just saw the Seven of Cups. I don't feel like they're seeing things clearly. Even with that when that Page of Swords went down reversed, I heard that song in my head from Leon Bridges, Bad Bad News. It's like Spirit's advice of letting you know, like, you're going to make a good thing out of bad news here, because it's like you may have dodged a bit of a bullet with this person because they don't have a lot of foresight or insight when it comes to regret here. Page of Swords reversed. It's like a weakness. They have a weakness within them. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the Two of Pentacles, and that talks about juggling. Here's the Queen of Swords. I think they assume that you're very upset, and they assume that you hold them in a pretty low regard at this point. I would be lying if I said I saw a lot of remorse. I don't see a lot of remorse, if I'm honest, in this spread. I see them seeing this as a new opportunity. It's like they're always looking for new opportunities to start over. I feel like this person is the type of person that it's easier for them to start something new than to work out issues that start to exist or show up in connections that potentially have a lot to offer them emotionally. I feel like they would then step back. And the Two of Pentacles, again, is a sense of juggling. Spirit is coming through with a message with this Queen of Swords about what she allows within her energy field and what she does not allow. She is not afraid to cut people out of her life. This can represent advice for you on how to handle your feelings of wanting that closure, but it also reflects this person's ideology when it comes to relationships potentially in general. You know, they are willing to sort of step away, and again, this type of ruthless mentality of just, you know, cutting my losses type of, and with the Two of Pentacles, some sort of juggling that may have happened. Let's get some messages from Spirit here. Do they have any regrets about their actions? How are they currently feeling? It says thinking of you. It's in the reverse. A loving thought and serendipity. It's not that I don't think that they think about you. I think that they do. I think that they think about you. They may even be keeping a little bit of a tab on you or eyes on you a little bit here and there. But I feel like out of sight, out of mind, this person's really easy at really good at distracting themselves. We have harmony, power, self-confidence, and productivity. And these cards often sort of show a roadmap for me of how Spirit says we're supposed to handle some of these obstacles and conflicts in our life. You know, our power comes from our self-confidence. And through that self-confidence, we are very productive in moving forward with our energy. Back of the deck says Eternal Dance. Movement, Wheel of Life, Path of Least Resistance. And that could be how this person sort of attacks life in general. They try to take the easiest road, and the easiest road here was to ghost. It is a cowardly way of handling things, but this person is showing that they are a little bit immature, and they are a little bit ill-equipped to handle the emotional connections that this connection would have represented for them. Let's get some of their current thoughts about the situation. How are they currently feeling about what they did? Ooh. We have I could be your hero, baby, and words do hurt. So this person could have been the type that made a lot of promises to you. And now those promises are coming back to haunt you. You know, it's coming back to haunt you, all of these things, these beautiful promises that they made. Everything they said maybe sounded great. They were really smooth at talking, potentially, too, because now Spirit's bringing my attention back to that Magician. Really smooth talker. Do you even care? It's like they're convincing themselves like you're so mad that you wouldn't even care if they walked away. Because it's not that I feel like this person is ruthless or heartless. I don't feel like that's the case at all. I just think that they are really good at convincing themselves that their actions don't hurt as much as they do. Because I don't think they value themselves enough to think that their presence would make such an impact. And that's kind of sad. I'm kind of sad about that. We have ego, strength. Their ego has gotten the best of them. And it says, I want a fresh start with you on the back of the deck. Again, I don't think they're going to come forward and look for that, because it's like they would have to come back like a dog with his tail caught between his legs. How are they currently feeling? Do they regret their decision? Sorry, I notice that that's off kilter and it's driving me crazy. Do they regret anything, Spirit? So some people don't want to see us together. I don't care. I don't care, they say. Some people don't want to see us together. Your friends, your family might be like, why are you still thinking about this person? They were so terrible to you. The thought of explaining myself and apologizing scares me because I don't want to see the pain I caused in your eyes, because that's right in my face then. It's right in my face. We do have I'm severing ties with a karmic partner too, so that's interesting. Take that as it resonates. I have been feeling your presence. And I've been receiving your telepathic messages. I feel like because they blocked you potentially, that's the only way you can communicate is with your thought shapes of perhaps anger, confusion, all of these things. Back of the deck says it just feels like something missing without you around. But this self-reflection, I don't feel like is going to come in for this person until potentially even years later. I've got strange little containers for some of my cards, so don't mind the rustling, the clinking. What is this person currently feeling about their actions? Do they regret how they treated you? It says, surrender, I've given in and I've given up. And this needs to stop. Potentially this behavior for them, if it's a repeated pattern, needs to stop. I don't know if maybe you have sent them a lot of messages. So there's a message coming through for some of you, or someone very specific that you have sent a lot of messages through to them, or you continually try to get answers from them. We have, I didn't mean to love you, I can't help it, and I would take you home to mom. I'm getting a real sense of like a lot of promises being made here. You're the only thing that I lie about. There's one on the floor. Oh, and it's okay. It is, I need a break from this. My feelings for you have to be kept a secret. So they could be in another relationship right now as well. Says it feels impossible, but I can't give up completely. That feels more like someone's energy watching, if I'm honest. But they could still be kind of holding out hope for communication down the road. The pressure is building inside. Some of that clarity, some of those fears are starting to creep up on them. Whoops, sorry about the wobble. Let's end with a charm bowl here. Why did they ghost? Any regrets, Spirit, that they want to talk about? Queen of Swords reversed. What do we have? The Seven of Wands doesn't want to be reversed or upright, and we have the Fool. You know, the Fool leaps into new beginnings kind of haphazardly at times. That Queen of Swords reversed can be somebody who's pretty cold, pretty rigid, and it does reflect, I think, that there could be an air sign watching who feels very, very insecure about the whole situation, and this is just fed into your insecurities, and it's created a certain amount of apathy potentially with you and your expectations when it comes to love with the Seven of Wands, because it was almost reversed. It's like I almost want to give up. It's like I want to give up altogether. If it's just going to be like this, I'm just going to give up. But the message for you specifically is that, you know, again, this person's actions and treatment of you is not a reflection of you or your worth or what you are deserving of. And you could have new offers coming around the corner that you're being called to leap into, because the Fool represents jumping in. It's like if you fall off the horse, you have to get back on that horse. Let's get a charm bowl. Try to be ghost. Oh, one. We have the big shell, and it has not come out in a long time. We have the B, the T, the Z, the D in the bowl. We have beauty, and we have will. So will could even be a name potentially. We have dream and song. We have find joy in the journey and going with the flow. Spirit wants us to understand that we don't live our life in giant events. We live our life day to day, moment by moment, and there's beauty in all of those moments. So we need to find joy in the journey, even when we feel stagnant. This shell, you know, this shell from far away looks completely intact, and it would represent the Empress and abundance. And I feel like on the outside of things, you look like everything's fine, but this situation has really made you feel like there's things missing or there's something wrong with you, because when you inspect it really closely, you're going to see that it's riddled with holes. And I feel like you have been disappointed multiple times, potentially by the same person, potentially by multiple people, and it's starting to affect how you view yourself. It's starting to affect how you view your own worth. And I almost feel like I could cry, because that's just, it really bothers my heart. This is a representation, though, of how full and abundant you actually are. This person's treatment of you, it does not reflect who you are, how abundant you are, how much love you deserve. So Spirit is really asking you to go with the flow here. Don't expect this person, unfortunately, to come forward and give you closure, because they don't have the foresight yet. That could come down the road, but in the near future, they don't have that foresight yet. Oops. All right, group number 1, that's what I have for you today. If it resonated, I would love to hear your story in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and join this family if you haven't done so already. Please hit your like button if you enjoyed this too. It helps me to bring you more content. If you do subscribe, please drop me a comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. I also offer a chance to win a free reading on my Instagram page, so you can check me out there. And I offer readings through Etsy. If you go there, my page is empty. It just means that I have sold out for the day. So please keep trying back, connect with me, and I'll try to get you a reading. And I hope that you do come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage. Have a wonderful day. Hello, everybody. In group sorry for the wobble right off the bat. In group number 2, you were drawn to the blue flower, or to the dragon spirit here. And the dragon often represents the divine masculine for me. So you could be asking about someone that you thought could be your counterpart. It does talk about someone who's pretty guarded, though. Someone who doesn't like to show their emotions, because I think of all those scales. And I think about a dragon that hoards and protects what they have or what they've built, protects their emotions potentially. But every dragon has a soft spot. That's the thing. This could also represent you and how you feel now approaching relationship because of this person's actions. So let's look into it. Why did they ghost you? What was going on? And then we'll look at their current feelings about how they behaved. Are they regretful, remorseful about their actions? So why, Spirit, did they ghost? Group 2. Why did they ghost? 4 of Swords, and that's the separation. Locking themselves up. I feel like you get zero information from this person. Like they've completely shut you out. King of Wands. Ooh, we have some thunder outside. Why did they ghost the Spirit? The Fool. And we have the Knight of Cups. Back of the deck is the Tower, and this particular Tower really talks to me about confusion, or speaks about confusion. Can we clarify the 4 of Swords? I feel like you are really surprised at the ghosting, because I feel like you felt a connection here. Like you felt a connection and you really had high hopes. 2 of Wands. And now you're really confused. You don't understand what happened or why. 4 of Cups. 5 of Cups. And 2 of Cups. Back of the deck is the 7 of Cups. And we do have the 8 of Cups here. And there's the Star. Okay, so 7 of Cups, I'm going to clarify as I go if I feel I need to. But the 7 of Cups is truly a card that talks about options and opportunities. It talks about the confusion that you're feeling as well, which is why I want to clarify that. The 8 of Cups is them walking away. Them walking away from something that potentially they didn't feel was emotionally fulfilling. And I feel like it's less about them not feeling emotionally fulfilled and more about them not ready to feel fulfilled emotionally in that connection. It's like, because they're hesitant to walk through that gate. Even though, again, like I said, there seems to be this sense of like, that this could be it for you. Like, I feel like some of you watching were really thinking, wow, this is the person. Like, I've been waiting for this person. It's like they checked all of the boxes that you wanted. Everything seemed to check out. And then all of a sudden, when things started to feel really intense, this person walked away. Here's the Eight of Cups reversed. Page of Swords as well. I feel like they are currently keeping tabs on you, and they did handle this very immaturely, I should say. There's a sense of them taking what they had for granted. Taking what they had for granted, because we do have this Four of Cups underneath that King of Wands, and the King of Wands is very purposeful. He knows what he wants, he goes for it, and yet I feel like, again, they took it for granted. They took you for granted. They took all of the potential here for granted. I do feel like there is already remorse, but we're going to get into that in a moment with the Five of Cups. And then we have this Fool card. Let's clarify the Fool, please. Why did they ghost? Five of Swords. Was there arguments? Were there some conflicts? And you can see this one little mouse, or whatever this little creature is stabbing the other one in the back. So with the Fool leaping into new beginnings, for some of you, again, won't be for everyone, but for some of you, this person may have stabbed you in the back, may have gone after something that, or someone, because there's a sense of decision and choice being at the root of the reason why they left. An expansion, wanting to choose and expand somewhere else, and a taking for granted what they had in place already. I do feel there's already regret, though. And the reason I feel that too so strongly is with this Eight of Cups. We also have the Eight of Cups reversed here with the Knight of Cups. It's a recognition. It's like I walked away from something, and now it's like I'm learning from that mistake. I'm learning from it, that being unwilling to be vulnerable has cost me something. And there's also a real fear for them too now about how you perceive them, which makes it difficult for them to even think about coming back towards you, even though they have thought about it. Why did they ghost, please, Spirit? Can we clarify the King of Wands? Page of Cups. Emotional new beginnings that popped up unexpectedly, and they leapt into them. There was a sense of them betraying you in that process, but I mean, the ghosting in of itself is the betrayal. We have King of Cups here, back of deck, so you could be dealing with someone who is a water sign, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. You don't have to be. Let's look into, are they feeling remorse? Do they feel regret? We have that Five of Cups. I feel like it either goes through your mind all the time, or it's plaguing their mind all the time, and it could even be something that the two of you are experiencing at the same time. And as much as there's people watching who don't want to hear this, there are soulmate qualities to this reading. Do they regret their actions for pile 2? Do they regret their actions? Five of Pumpkins, yes. Already. Sun reversed. You know, the Sun reversed can even talk about, honestly, I'm getting very strange messages. I'll get that in a moment, but there's this message coming in specific for someone, I believe. I don't think it's for everybody. But this person could have been suffering from depression while you were with them, while they made this decision, and that could be why they sort of jump from opportunity to opportunity, because I feel like they could have been suffering for some type of a depression that aided them in being able to sort of look or take you for granted. And that's not an excuse, but I just felt like saying that. And that's the thing, you know, sometimes the Sun reverse can talk about delayed gratification as well. It's like a knowledge that this could have fulfilled them emotionally if they had had the strength to see it through, and then an acknowledgement that their actions are now creating this lack of happiness, this lack of joy that they're now waiting for. A perpetual waiting game. King of Wands, or King of Swords, I'm sorry. Could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And we have the Star. Back of the deck, there's the Empress. And I always, you know, I said the dragon here, the divine masculine, and here's the divine feminine with the Empress, which is abundance and everything beautiful about being the divine feminine. You do not have to be a woman. This is about energy and not about gender at all. It's just the abundance and the attraction and everything that you embody. There's definite regret. Definite regret. And here, you know, even with this with this King of Swords, that doesn't really even look like a butterfly to me. It looks like more of a moth. It's like more of an obsessive thought. I feel like they obsessively go over their actions. Obsessively go over their actions. And I will say, though, the King of Swords isn't afraid to shut people out. Not afraid to shut people out. Hasn't stopped, though, their feelings for you. I should say that. Hasn't stopped their feelings. And they are still kind of holding out hope in the future for this connection. They do realize, here we have Five of Wands underneath that Empress, there is a recognition that it's going to take some work if they chose to communicate with you again, if they chose to come back towards you. And they are considering it. We did have that Eight of Cups, you know, in the reverse. It's like learning from the past, returning home, returning to someone. So they have more insight than you think they do about their actions, and that is kind of plaguing them. Do they regret their actions? How are they currently feeling? Eternal Dance, Movement, Wheel of Life, and Path of Least Resistance. This card came out in pile 1 as well. And the same, very similar message with these cards, that this person is choosing the easiest path, or chose the easiest path at that time when they ghosted, because it was easier, again, for them to move forward than to face the music or face the firing squad, so to speak, when it comes to expressing their emotions. We had that Knight of Cups, and he's really hesitant to be emotionally vulnerable. Everything he says looks great. He looks good, smells good. Everything about him is great, but he's hesitant to be vulnerable and to share his emotional side. We have attachment, letting go of restrictions and fear. I do feel like this person was starting to become very attached to you, and that really shook them up. We have evolution here, earth changes, climate changes, and transformation. This person is a work in progress too, and I feel like they're elevating themselves pretty quickly, and it's part of the reason why they've been able to elevate is because you have been able to teach them a lot through this. And I know that seems counterproductive, and it seems, you know, kind of disappointing to hear that you have to go through pain in order to teach someone a lesson. But some of this clarity had to happen. And like I said, there are definite connections to a soul relationship that existed beyond this lifetime. So you may have agreed to come down into this lifetime and help this person navigate certain lessons. So, you know, take that as it resonates. Not everybody subscribes to that. Let's get some messages from this person about if they regret. Do they regret, Spirit? What are their feelings? Gossip only hurts more. A little bit worried about who's talking to you. What's, you know, they're worried about the hearsay. They're worried about you getting the wrong impression, which could easily be solved if they were to kind of open up and share how they feel. I still don't have all the answers. It's like they don't know why they sabotage things that are good in their life. It's like, I don't know why I do this. Why do I do this? They don't have that reflection yet. And it could be, honestly, there was a message coming through earlier about their childhood and about how they were taught to handle emotional connections, or not taught at all, potentially. So please take that as it resonates. They don't understand why they did what they did. But it's coming. That clarity is coming. It's going to hit them. I feel like it's going to hit them hard, though. If they haven't experienced the full, although we do have that Five of Cups under here, if they haven't experienced the full amount of clarity, or the full sort of brunt and consequences of their actions, it's coming. And it's going to be a hard lesson for them. I'm open to compromise, and you are right. Back of the deck says, do you even see me that way anymore? How are you feeling with that Seven of Cups here? Are you, there's no underneath. It's like they're sure that it's a no now for you, or from you. How do they feel right now? Are they regretful? I've thought about having a family with you. They've allowed themselves the space to fantasize about forever with this connection. Because, like I said, I feel like they really felt it too. If you felt it, they felt it. I'm protecting this connection, and that dragon, even though they've ghosted, they're still laying a claim. They're still acting very possessive. You influence me in ways that no one ever has. and I don't want to be with anyone else. Sometimes those lessons are very hard to learn. I want to dedicate a song to you is on the back of that deck. I kind of get brought back to sort of like mixed tapes. I don't know. Oops, sorry about the wobble. I don't know if you guys did or have ever had like a mixed CD or a mixed tape. I'm kind of dating myself here at this point. Do they have regrets? This is far from being over. And you know, I do feel that, like, I didn't feel that necessarily in pile 1, but I do feel that this person is intent on more. I'm not waiting a second longer is coming out, but I think they will wait a little bit longer than that. You're the one who cut me out. Ooh. And then we have, let's talk about sex, baby. I can't make up my mind here. So they're claiming that you're the one that blocked them or cut them off, or there could have been conflicts between the two of you, but they ghosted you. So maybe this has been a pattern where the two of you have sort of gone back and forth. Take that as it resonates. So they can't make up my mind. They don't know, again, why they did what they did. They still don't have all the answers. They still don't know how to approach, but I feel like they're thinking about it. My feelings for you are my biggest secret. Still keeping secrets. And I am holding myself back. This one also came up. You're all grown up now. So some time may have passed since this person ghosted you. Because I've missed so much. And I've been meaning to tell you something. I've been holding back. I've been protective of my energy. I've been meaning to let you in on how I really feel. I am spying on you. I want to talk with you. I want back into your life. Oh. I just saw I'm playing the waiting game. I do have a lot of responsibilities right now. And we have mirrored soul paths coming out for you too. Back of this deck. Oh, we gotta flip it over. Don't be surprised if I contact you soon. Group 2s. Don't be surprised if they contact you. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group 2. If you're new to this channel, I do end each pile with a charm bowl. Why did they ghost? Do they regret it? The Tower. Whew. Yes, it came in and it changed everything, which is why they are hesitating now. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So they're really stressing out now. They're really stressing out about their actions. And that's what's holding them back from wanting to contact you again, is because they're fearful of your reaction. And they could also be fearful of shaking up a foundation that you now have in place, especially if it's been a long time since they ghosted you. They may not have any information as far as, well, they claim to be spying on you, but they may not know exactly what your situation is, and they don't want to cause chaos. Holding themselves back from an offer because they're stressed out. We have K, the letter K, the letter P, 2 P's in a pod, and we have the letter T. We have forever and secret. I will always love you is what they're saying. Oh my goodness. We have the bicycle and we have the hatchet, which talks about the separation. Now that bicycle is a chariot for me, but there's no rider on it. So it's like I made a really bad decision. It's like I'm going to veer off into nothingness. We have the shamanic feather, looking at things from a higher perspective. And we have Leo, lion in the bowl, taming the fears inside of us with that charm to go after what we want. All right, group 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with your situation. If it did, I would love to hear your story in the comment section. Please subscribe to this channel and drop me a comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check me out on Instagram and on Etsy, but I really hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care. Hello everybody, in group number 3 you were drawn to the purple flower, or maybe to the hyena spirit here, and this is your reading. The hyena spirit, why did this person ghost you, and are they having regrets about that now? The hyena spirit talks about you know, embracing the in-between. It also talks about how nothing is wasted in our experiences. So I hope that this will show that this person has gained some insight in their actions and their behavior towards people, and how to handle conflict and how to handle, you know, obstacles that they find in future relationships, or perhaps in this connection. Because it talks about things not being wasted. The hyena is a scavenger and will eat up little bits that are left behind by other predators. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Why did this person ghost you in the first place? And then we'll look at, do they have regrets? Now I'm already splitting the deck, and we have the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords, which are pretty heavy energies. So that could be a reflection of where you're sitting right now, and that could be a reflection of where they're sitting right now. So let's look at, why did they ghost you? We are splitting the deck again. Three of Cups, Page of Cups. New emotional beginnings, potentially with third party. So please take that as it resonates, but that's not on the board yet. So let's just see, why did they ghost? Always remember that I'm dealing with the collective. And this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate with you, please try a different pile or a different reading. Why did they ghost? The Ten of Cups. The Queen of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Temperance card. Back of the deck is the Eight of Swords. There is a really strong message coming in, and I feel like it's just for one specific person, or I don't know, maybe a couple, but one specific person. So if this resonates with you, I'd love to hear your comment below if it does. I feel like for somebody out there, this person left you with a child. So please take that as it resonates, but it will not apply for everyone. But for somebody watching, this person left you with a child. And not only did they ghost you, but they left you with a child. Two of Swords. Why did they ghost? Five of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. And we have the Four of Wands here at the back of deck with the Justice. Again, a message, very strong message coming through that this you could have been married to this person, or have a very strong like foundation set with them, because there was a sudden shakeup here. I don't want to say that this person could have been married if you weren't married to them, but again, that's a message coming in very specifically for someone. Always remember, we're dealing with the collective. But we're starting with the Four of Wands as a back of deck with the Justice card, and there's the Three of Pentacles. Four of Wands is a gateway. We're asking about why this person ghosted. They could have gotten married, and very shortly after, or they could have been stringing multiple people along with the Two of Swords unknowingly here, because I feel like they have gotten married since, or they have started a very strong, but again, legal type of foundation with the Justice, with the Three of Pentacles. There's the Four of Cups. It's a sense of taking everything for granted that the two of you potentially built together, or because again, for some of you, this person may have left you with a piece of themselves, a child of some, of some kind, a child. But there was this sense potentially of, indecision about what they wanted. And then we have this Five of Swords right in the center. And I'm going to clarify that, actually. To clarify that Five of Swords, please, Spirit. Because the Five of Swords is like obstacles and conflicts that like I don't have the strength to push through. We have the Moon and the Strength card. It's like nobody's a winner, so I'm going to walk away so that I don't look like the biggest loser. Eight of Swords. Back of the deck is the Page of Cups. So going after potentially a new start, a sudden start here with the Wheel of Fortune. And here with the Eight of Swords, they did feel potentially stuck. They were hiding things. They felt trapped. And with the Two of Swords, both of these characters often wear masks because they're not seeing everything clearly. Could be that they're confusing other people too. Can we clarify the Ten of Cups or Ten of Pentacles, please? Put this back. Try again. Nine of Swords. Why did they ghost? Ooh, Two of Pentacles. And an explosion. Two of Pentacles, back of deck, Five of Swords, stabbing you in the back. Sense of juggling multiple foundations. And I don't, the Ten of Pentacles is about a strong foundation, something that they've built up, or something that the two of you potentially have built up. Somebody's built up a strong foundation and someone has gotten stabbed in the back because of that. We have the Temperance card with the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. The Temperance card, I don't know if they strung you along for a while, if there was a long type of connection. But then the Ace of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands is really showing me that they potentially pushed into a new opportunity, new beginning, fresh opportunity that they felt had a lot of value, instead of pushing through the obstacles within your connection. Can we clarify, please, that Seven of Wands? Page of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Ten of Cups, please. Why did they ghost? Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands. Back of the deck is the Hanged Man, and we have the Tower, causing chaos, causing confusion, causing a potential shift in a permanent foundation that had been in place, an emotional connection. So there is a message here that this person, again, was not only perhaps spending time with you, speaking with you, but also stringing another person along. And I do feel like they did actually, potentially for some of you, marry that person or start a foundation. So please take that as it resonates. The Temperance card here, it does talk about a need for healing for you. It does talk about, how that could take a while, because this doesn't just seem like we've been chatting online for a while and they just disappeared. This seemed like this was intense. Something was really, like, this was an emotional connection. This was somebody that you had been with for potentially a long time even, or at least in your mind a long time. With the Seven of Pentacles, it shows you sowing seeds with this person. It shows you expecting a harvest down the road of something. And here we have the Six of Wands, which is with the Knight of Swords. And he's shoving that sword down his throat as well. It's like, I'm not being honest. I'm hiding my truth. I'm wearing masks. And there's a sense too of maybe you were growing impatient with this indecision. Let's look at their regrets. Do they have any regrets? I'm going to clear some of these away so we get rid of some of the confusion. Let's look at their regrets. Do they have any? Does this person have regrets about what they have done? I'm sorry if that's loud on your ears if you're wearing earbuds. Do they have any regrets? Do they have regrets? We have the Temperance reversed. The Strength card. Leo, very strong here. Libra as well. The Tower. Do they have regrets? Nine. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. The Lovers. Here at the Page of Pentacles, it's like they feel like they may have made the wrong decision. They feel like they may have made the wrong choice here, and they are plagued with insecurity and sadness. It could even be a depression that's going to take a while to heal from. And I feel like this is you too. Like this is it's mirrored here. We do have this twin flame energy too. But they do feel like this is something they now just have to sit in. They feel like they're out of control. Like it's chaotic. They feel chaotic in how they chose or what they chose. But they do feel like it was a decision that they made, and now they cannot return. They can't return back. They can't turn back the clock. They can't change what they did. And it brings them a lot of remorse or a lot of sadness. I feel like they dream about it. They lose sleep over it. And it's not something they can share. They can't share this plaguing with anybody else in their life. They do feel like they made the wrong decision. Can you clarify that, Tower, please, Spirit? Do they regret their choice to ghost? Seven of Cups, yes. They're really worried about how you view them, Hanged Man. But they have, again, they have surrendered to this. It's like, I made my bed and now I'm lying in it. What else can I do? I already did this. It's something, I feel like the way they ghosted you, or there's something about the connection itself, that it was so crappy the way that they handled it. So crappy. And there's evidence left behind to show them how crappy they were. Again, take it as it resonates. But they've surrendered to this idea of, yeah, I'm stuck now. 8 of Swords, I'm stuck. 10 of Swords, back of deck. Not only do they feel stuck, they feel hopeless. And they feel like they can't see a way out. They do feel like, you know, they've surrendered to it. They've given in to their actions. Filled with remorse about it, though, but definitely given in to their actions. Let's get some messages. How are they feeling? Do they feel regretful? How do they currently feel? Ooh, you have I'm ready coming out, which is the Fool. And, you know, the Fool can really represent truly feeling like a fool. In the past, leaping haphazardly without fear of ramifications. We have now is not the time. They don't feel like there's anything they can do about it. We have Ace of Wands. It was coming out reverse. I don't often read these ones in the reverse, though. And the Ace of Wands in and of itself is the fantasy and the thought that they have of you. But the reversal is more like rejection and delays and false starts and delayed gratification. And honestly, it can talk about how brutal that is. How brutal that is. We have words do hurt. How are they currently feeling, please? Do they regret their actions? I have options, but I only want you. Made the wrong choice, they said. It feels like something missing without you around. But, you know, even with this Justice card, his countenance and his appearance and his eyes say, you know, I'm sitting here because it's my duty. Like, it's my role now that I placed myself in. I have been manifesting our connection. Right underneath that Ace of Wands. I've been hurt by love before. And back of the deck says, when we first met, I just always had a feeling about you. How are they currently feeling? Do they regret their feelings or their actions towards you? Let's talk about sex, baby. I don't know if this person is the type of person to veer the conversation back to a physical place so they don't have to deal with their emotions. You were meant for me. I had blinders on. I was not thinking. I didn't see straight. I couldn't see the forest through the trees. We have one on the floor. I am tired of holding back. Back of the deck says, I am weighing out my options. Again, a sense of juggling. I dream about you all the time. With that 9 of Swords we saw, a sense of like losing sleep over you too. Could even be, I don't want to say nightmares, but it's their way of working out how they treated you. We have let's build together. That may have been a promise that they made you. You could have started that process as well. You and this connection confuse me. And Facebook creep. Keeping eyes on you. This is heartbreaking. And you know what? I feel like when I pulled that card, I almost felt like I could cry for a second. It does feel heartbreaking. And I feel like it's heartbreaking for multiple people. I am stuck in a karmic cycle. You are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I can't keep doing this. I'm tired. Thoughts of you tempt me so much. And that card doesn't come out unless they're being tempted away from something. Back of the deck, though, says, don't be surprised if I contact you soon. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group number 3. Group 3, why did they ghost you? Do they have regrets about their actions? Justice reversed. The King of Swords reversed. Wasn't thinking clearly. And we have the Five of Cups reversed. So the Five of Cups reversed does talk about a lightening of their load a little bit. Moving on and hoping for forgiveness is what they really wanted. Even before they did this, I feel like they were hoping that you would forgive them for their actions. They were not seeing things clearly with that King of Swords reversed at all. And they could be somebody who's a little bit manipulative or was manipulative during this whole process, especially if they were juggling multiple people. With the Justice reversed, it really does talk about how unfair the situation was, how unfair they treated you, the dishonesty that they showcased, and that they still have to maintain a certain amount of dishonesty in their life right now. It's like they can't be 100% themselves, or they can't be 100% honest in their current situation. But they are kind of like hoping for forgiveness, even though I don't feel like they've forgiven themselves. I lost one on the floor, so I'm going to grab it. Yeah, and it's the run. It's the run. It's the run charm. I thought that's what it was. That's why I really wanted to grab it. So we have the letter K. We have the letter D. The letter Q. The run charm, which is, you know, this person was running out of your life. We have the Aquarius with the star. We have, whoops, a ring. It's a half of a puzzle piece. The half of a divine counterpart, potentially. It says forever, and there's a puzzle piece. So there could have been like a commitment here. Like they made promises. We also have a commandment from the Bible that says, thou shalt not make graven images. We have, oops, a little Jesus as a shepherd charm too in the bowl. And we have the little acorns, which are seeds of potential. It's the double acorn, so a sense of soulmate quality. We have the whale tail going with the flow. Sudden turns of events here. And to be honest, there is this sense of like fate, like you were supposed to meet this person, and there's reasons behind that. Reasons behind why you were supposed to meet this person, because there were certain lessons and blessings that they were supposed to bring into your life during this time, and even during the disconnect, there are certain lessons that they are teaching you. We have the saxophone here. This person could be very musical. Perhaps there are songs that really bring you back to a time and place with this person. And I always think about, I don't know why I share this, but I always think about with the saxophone, those early 90s R&B music videos where people are on the beach playing their saxophones. I don't know why that comes into my mind, so just take that as it resonates. All right, group 3, that's what I have for you today. Why did they ghost you? Do they regret it? If this resonates with you, please like this video and drop me a comment below. If you feel called to, please subscribe to this family that we're growing here. And if you do, be sure to drop me a comment below and hit your notification bell, because I offer a chance to win a free reading with me on a monthly basis here for those of my subscribers who comment on any of my videos. So be sure to do that. You can check out my Instagram page, because I offer a chance to win free readings over there too on the monthly basis, and that's going to be happening very soon. And also check out my Etsy link below if you would like a private reading. My Etsy page often will look empty because it sells out very, very quickly. So please keep checking back. I do repost every single weekday except for Fridays, and I do repost on Sundays as well. So keep checking back and connect with me through there, and I can help you secure a reading. But I really hope that you come back here to visit me at another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a very beautiful day today. Take care.